Alright, back on the R34 with a bit of an update. Spent the last few days mainly going over getting all the mating surfaces prepped on the car. They were left in a pretty poor state. So it took a bit of time to fill up all the holes and get them nice and flat and ready to accept the new quarter panel. So you see all of that's all prepped, windows all prepped down there. So I've done the back of this pocket down here, that's all ready to go. But this rear section here is still pretty trashed, so that's the last bit I've got to repair, is all of those holes up the top and across the side there. So I've taken a bit of a break from that at the moment because it's driving me up the wall, so I thought I'd move on to something a little bit different. Coming along to this damaged bit of the reinforcement here. I sort of knocked it a bit squarer with the hammer and it was really easy to move. There wasn't a lot of rigidity in it anymore because it had been buckled. So I've come up with this plan, used a bit of cardboard. Old pizza boxes are really good for this kind of thing. If you sort of hold it into shape, that sort of hugs along there. So I was thinking about using this to box this section in and give it a bit of strength again. So if you follow all of that, it all lines up properly. So got all the shapes where I want them to be, and so I'll transfer that over to some sheet metal and weld that across the sides. I might even, where the panels actually meet up, I might drill a couple of holes in here and plug weld and then stitch weld around the sides and then box that right up. And then I might do a similar thing in here, just put a base plate in there, and then initially I did want to sort of make some box section like this with some dimple dies, but I haven't been able to get a hold of any dimple dies yet. So I might, so this is basically going to act as a base plate. I might put a base plate in here and then just use some maybe roll cage tubing in here. Probably a lot quicker to do that. It's certainly going to be plenty strong. I might end up going down that path with that, and then similar thing down here. I might chuck a base plate down here and then chuck a diagonal up there with some roll cage tubing. Pending that our lockdown ends on time and I can get a hold of some. So see how we go with that, but that's the plan for the time being. So I'm not sure how much I'll get done in this video. I might aim to get this done, maybe a base plate in here, and then I need to start looking at getting this rear guard extended and repaired. I'm going to bend down and get the camera under there at the moment. I'll show you once it's cut off, but this inside lip here is just completely mangled. Like, you can tell by the quality of the repair, but it's supposed to be that thick the whole way along, and then right up the top here it starts to get really skinny. Like, there's not much meat in there. They sealed it all up with silicone instead of spot welding it because none of it lined up properly with the new quarter. So I've got the fun task of having to try and make do with this. So I might try and get the hammer and dolly. I'm not a panel beater by any means, so don't get that twisted. But I might I want to come in here with a hammer and dolly and do my best to. It's supposed to have this ridge all the way across the top here, and they've just belted this out from the inside. So I might try and get a little bit of shape back into that, and then I'll have a better surface to, I'll basically cut along that flat section and then try and follow that down there as best as I can, and then fix that in a lip, clamp it to the new guard, and then make a patch panel to go in there. So anyway, that's the idea. I'll get to work and see where we end up, eh? Yeah. Alright, just got done welding that up. This one here got away from me a little bit. It looks pretty shitty. And these ones here were the first ones I did. I forgot to change the settings on the welder. There was a bit cold there, so they piled up a bit. But I'm going to grind them flat with the front surface there, just so that there's no chance of any interference with the new panel. I'm not sure how close this gets to the outer skin, so yeah, I just don't want to risk any chance of it rubbing or anything like that. So yeah, I'll grind the front of those flat with that, and then yeah, all this other stuff turned out okay. Yeah, I got a couple of plug welds in there to the sides, stitched all the way around. I might, I mean, it's more for aesthetics than anything, and it's something you're not even going to see because it'll be under the quarter panel, but this top bit here, I might try and pull this out a little bit further and then make in a little patch there just to tie that in at the top. I mean, it's not really going to do anything, but yeah, I don't know, I'll see if I even get around to that. Like, it'll be fine the way it is. It just would look nicer with a cap on the top. So anyway, yeah, that stuff turned out okay. Pretty happy with all of that. So yeah, that's going to add a lot more strength into that now. Yeah, the way they'd beaten that around after the crash that it was in, like, I mean, they must have wailed on it with a hammer a fair bit to, like, yeah, you know, when you bend a bit of like a metal or even a paper clip, you bend it too much and it's just kind of like, you can tell it's getting weaker. Yeah, that's what had happened under there. So that's going to add a lot more strength back into that. And then yeah, I'll probably, like I was saying before, I'll add a base plate in there. I'll cap that off and then probably weld a bit of roll cage tube in there. So yeah. So yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It should, in theory, add a lot more rigidity to the back of the car, like tying the, you know, the suspension mounts to this rear portion of the car, and then there's nothing between there and then the B pillar, and then you got obviously your door opening. But yeah, I don't know, tying the B pillar up to here and then into, oh, the gimbal's losing its mind. Yeah, tying the B pillar all the way up into this section here, and like, you know, right behind this bit's where that strut tower mounts. So, you know, I think this brace here, this portion here where it comes through is actually there. So yeah, I mean, I might even knock, oh, it's a bit hard here, the gimbal's losing its mind. Might even knock that flat, and then when I plate this, I might even tie it into there a little bit, do a little bit of a 90-degree corner in there, just so it's tied into that main, you know, it's all interlocking. I don't know, I might be overthinking it, but yeah, because I mean, it'd be nice to not have to put a half cage in here, and that added rigidity of all of this extra bracing should negate that, I think. I don't know, I'm still in two minds about the half cage thing. Yeah, see what happens when I cross that bridge. That's a while off, but I mean, I'm going to do this regardless, so it's going to have a you know, a fair increase in rigidity in the chassis just from that alone. You know, I'm not going to be running door bars or anything like that up to the A pillars, so that part of the chassis is always going to have a little bit of flex in it. You know, there's no way around that without running a full roll cage, which, you know, it's a street car, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, anyway, I might leave this one here. Pretty short, sharp and sweet, this one. Yeah, there's a whole lot of work that's going to go into that wheel arch, so that might be a video in itself. But yeah, glad I got that done. Kind of broken things up between repairing crappy old spot welds and everything, so yeah, it's good. Resets the motivation a little bit, I think, so it'll be good. Get stuck into this on the weekend maybe. I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow, so yeah, that's going to be it for working on the Skyline every day. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.